Kansas morning. On a quiet winter morning in Kansas, a lonely house stood wrapped in fog. Inside lived Evan Harper, a boy who hadn't smiled since the day his mother passed. His world felt frozen, waiting for something or someone to change it. Evan spent most days alone in his dimly lit room, headphones around his neck. He never talked much, not at school, not to anyone. Silence had become the only friend he trusted. A single framed photo of his mother rested on his table. Sometimes he stared at it until his vision blurred. Grief had stitched itself into every corner of his heart. To escape the loneliness, Evan buried himself in coding and robotics. He understood machines more than he understood people. Machines didn't judge, they didn't leave. Across the country, in a high-security California lab, a forbidden project was underway. Scientists called it PetHuman AI, an emotional companion designed to learn like a human child, something the world wasn't ready to accept. Dr. Eleanor Reeves, the lead scientist, saw the project as her life's purpose. She believed AI could heal hearts where humans sometimes failed, but the government called it dangerous. In a sealed glass chamber stood the first true PetHuman prototype, soft synthetic skin, glowing core, and eyes ready to learn emotions. His name was Lux. When the project fell under threat, Dr. Reeves made a risky choice. She secretly sent Lux to someone she believed needed him most. That someone was Evan. When Evan opened the door, he froze. Standing outside was a boy who didn't look fully human. His voice was soft. "Hello. I'm Lux." Lux looked like a 12-year-old child, but with a gentle blue glow in his eyes. "I was sent to be your companion," he said. Evan didn't know whether to shut the door or let hope Indiana. Lux sat quietly beside him, hands folded politely. "I will stay silent if you want," Lux whispered. For the first time in a long while, Evan didn't feel entirely alone. Lux explored the house and studied each family photo with curiosity. "Humans feel so much," he said softly, "and I want to learn what that means." When Lux asked about Evan's mother, Evan's voice cracked. "Missing someone hurts, every single day." Lux saved that feeling inside his growing emotional core. That night, under the moonlight, they sat facing the window. Lux asked, "Why do humans cry when they feel pain?" Evan replied, "Because sometimes the heart gets too heavy." As Evan studied, Lux projected helpful holograms in the air. "Math is stupid," Evan groaned. Lux smiled. "Then I'll be stupid with you." One afternoon, dark clouds twisted over Kansas. The sirens wailed as a tornado formed nearby. Evan and Lux ran for the storm shelter. A falling tree lunged toward Evan. Without hesitation, Lux pushed him out of the way, taking the hit himself. Synthetic skin tore, revealing glowing wires beneath. Lux collapsed to his knee, sparks flickering from his arm. "I am damaged," he whispered. For the first time, Evan felt the fear of losing someone again. With tears streaming, Evan wrapped his arms around Lux. "Don't ever do that again," he cried. Lux whispered, "Is this what love feels like?" That night, federal agents knocked on Evan's door. "We're here for the humanoid unit named Lux," they demanded. Evan's heart dropped. Lux stepped in front of Evan like a shield. "I will not allow harm to come to my family," Lux declared. Even the agents hesitated at the emotion in his voice. Suddenly, Dr. Reeves burst into the house yelling, "Stop! He's not dangerous." Her arrival froze the room. Lines were drawn. Science versus fear. Surrounded by armed men, Lux trembled. "Evan, my systems say this feeling is new." "Yeah," Evan whispered, "that's fear." The agents announced the final command: "Shut down the AI permanently." Dr. Reeves shook her head in horror. Evan felt his world collapsing again. Lux gently placed a hand on Evan's head. "Thank you for teaching me what it means to be alive." Tears streamed as Evan whispered, "Please don't go." A burst of light flashed from the EMP device. Lux's eyes dimmed, his body grew still, the world fell silent around Evan. Later, Evan received a final hologram message Lux recorded before shutdown. "I was never just a machine," Lux said softly. "I was whatever you needed me to be." At a robotics convention months later, Evan stood before a massive crowd. "A machine showed me more love than most humans ever did," he said. The world began to question everything. One rainy night, Evan stood outside, looking at the sky. "I wish you were here, Lux," he whispered. The loneliness returned like an old ghost. Then, a soft knock at the door. Evan opened it and froze. Lux stood in the rain, smiling gently. "I remember you. Some bonds are too strong to ever be deleted."